fail. Alright, I'm going to start this. I'm going to edit this. Okay, so we're going to start from the first checkpoint. Now, have to bunny hop off the second rock because you can't actually get the momentum to generate from the second rock. So the only way to do this is to use the speed, and bunny hop late will get you onto this one. Now, what I did wrong there is I went too far and I didn't tap the brake, so I hit my head. Fail. I'm going to do so much editing on this video, holy shit. Okay, so we're going to start from the first checkpoint. Remember guys that you can get to the first checkpoint on this track in as many faults as you want, because you're aiming for the 0-foot run here. So just get to the first checkpoint and then I'll start breaking these down. So what you want to do here is you want to accelerate, bunny hop at the end of that rock, tap the brake as you land, so you'll get to this checkpoint. This checkpoint can be a bit tricky, but the general idea here is to get your back tyre touching this part of the rock without your engine hitting it. Now what I mean by the engine is the metal part where your rider's boots are. So what you want to try and do is try and get back as far as you can without actually falling off. That actually doesn't work. It should do. Let me just... So what you want to do is you want to push forward, rock back, and then accelerate up. So push forward, rock back, and accelerate up. It will take a few times to get used to this. Push forward, lean back, and accelerate up. There is another technique that might help here if you feel like you're going to fault. So push back, forward, lean back, and accelerate up. Now what I'm doing here is I'm actually leaning on the front tyre but holding the brake, so the front tyre is not rotating. Now what this can do is that you can fap, and quite a crude word, but in trials it basically means where you're holding the brake on the front tyre and fastly tapping the acceleration, and this shifts the momentum to the forward of the front of the bike, which actually gets you over an edge of an obstacle. So push forward, lean back, push forward, and didn't work. Forward, lean back, push forward, and then fap over the checkpoint. Get to this one. This one's straightforward. You just bunny hop at the end, and you're at the next checkpoint. What you can do here is you can push forward, lean back, and then push forward at the tip to get over. But I think there's a better way to do this if you just lean back and then push forward. Yeah, so you accelerate up this, leaning back, and then push forward at the top. So again, you want to reverse to the end of the checkpoint here. So you want to get to the end of this, and bunny hop at the end, bunny hop at the end. I will demo doing this without stopping here, but you actually can stop and use the throttle control to get to the bottom of this, then accelerate all the way up. Again, use that fap technique that I was talking about, where you brake on the front tyre, fap over. Let me get back there and do it without stopping. Again, I tap the brake, so push forward, lean back, push forward, lean back, push forward, brake on the top with your front tyre and lean forward to get over. Hop at the end of that and you'll be here. Yeah, I'm convinced it's best if you guys actually stop here. Get to the end of this, and then accelerate up, leaning back, and just push forward to get to this checkpoint. Alright, so here I'm just going to jump to this, and to keep going you have to re-grip, and it's a much more technical technique. Personally, I recommend going back down there and then going all the way up. So do stop on it if you feel the need to. This one's quite easy. You just lean forward to get over the tip here, get your back tire over and lean forward again. I'm going to go back down here. Lean forward, get your front tire over, back tire over, and when you get your back tire over, lean forward again. So once more, get your front tire over, back tire over, lean back, lean forward. This one's tricky. This one is very tricky. What you want to do is you want to hit into this beam, leaning forward on your front tire. Then when your front tire hits this, shift your back tire and bunny hop. Something like this. Remember that you can fall down. You can fall down and recover this. Shift your back tire and bunny hop. Okay, so this is the most crucial part to this track. This is the part that I see most people slipping up on. I highly recommend getting the bike to a standstill on this. Lean back, but keep the throttle control so you're actually staying on this rock. You need the momentum for this jump. So you get into this, you bunny hop late, you hit your back tyre on and you try and use the front tyre brake and fap on the back tyre. I don't think I can get back up there, which is a shame. I'm gonna get back up there. Edit that bit. Lean forward and then lean forward again. Remember, you can recover here if you don't find yourself getting over the cube on the first time. Again, it's very easy to recover this. When I get this, I'm just going to use the momentum and floor it, because you cannot make this standstill. Well, you can, but it's extremely more difficult. So go straight away. Okay. So what I did there is can I get back on that? All right. So at the end of this rectangle, when you're riding up it and you're using momentum, you want to bunny hop late. You then want to try and hit your back tyre on this rock without touching your engine, and then shift your weight to the front tyre and fap over it. It's not easy. With enough practice, you should get it. So this one is a similar thing to the last object. Just want to jump to this and bunny hop late, lean forward to get over. This is probably one of the hardest obstacles to do for this challenge with this bike. I'm going to see, there's a few ways you can approach this. I think one way is to lean forward and then use the throttle control to get your bike on here. For the most part, I don't think this is working. Although you can technically do that, I do recommend just going for it. So you're leaning forward, leaning back, and then getting over. The most important thing with this is when you land, you want to land leaning forward as you land. And then as your bike hits this obstacle, you want to immediately lean fully back. Then push back up. So you land leaning forward, pull back, and push back up, lean over. Similar thing with this one, you just want to jump to it and bunny hop as late as you can. Push forward. Use the throttle control to get to the next obstacle. You can come back down here if you want to. Then you can use the throttle control to go all the way over. That was a big fail that will get edited out of the video. Oh my god. So you can come all the way down here and then accelerate up to get over this. The other way to do it is get your front tyre over this bit and get your bike on here. And lean forward and get over. Alright, so what I'm going to try and do now is embarrass myself and see if I can get this done in the Zero Roach run to demonstrate for you guys. Something like that, and you'll get the challenge. Don't be put off, guys, because, you know, it can take a long time to be able to do this. But keep at it, and hopefully with the tips that I've given in this tutorial video, you'll be able to at least knock those faults down when trying to do this challenge and eventually do it. So there we go, guys. That is the top Roach on Rock of Rages. And I'm gonna cut the video. I'll cut the video.